in terms of dominance and control? Was that just about the perfect away performance?
No, well, it was good, really good. We had between the 55th, don't know exactly, and 75th minute maybe I would have loved to control a bit better. Our positioning was not as clear anymore. First 15 minutes I accept 100% because a bit of a wilder game. They really went for us. We had to figure out how we can build up the game. We had to adapt to that. Boys did that. We became more flexible from that moment on. We had 5 players facing the other goal, could then really pass through the line and mix it up with passing behind, like for the first goal. Like really good examples for the different things you have to do behind the line or through the lines with the second goal. And the third goal, obviously a wonderful set piece. Yeah, and we could have scored immediately the third one after 2-0 up. So had other moments. It was really good. So I think the game never became the game it could have been, like a real fight with challenge everywhere, stuff like this, because we controlled it in a really convincing way.
Obviously a special night for Curtis. What do you think has enabled him? He's had a real resurgence the last 5 or 6 weeks. Is it just staying healthy? Is it in his system? Does it enable him to get forward a bit more, do you think, as well?
He improved a lot. So I think there are a lot of things who come together. We should not forget he's still a young boy, and even like 1-2 years ago he played super games for us as well. Then he had a difficult spell with injuries. That's true, strange injuries, finger in the eye, and stuff like this. So I would took him really out for a while. But this year was especially bad. But he could watch a lot of football. He could understand the game better, and it looks really like that. I think where he improved the most is his counter pressing is exceptional, and speed of play. So like he doesn't keep the ball that long anymore. He does that and has to do in moments, but it's much quicker in decision making and stuff like this. And that he can, so he's a good finisher. We saw now a couple of times both goals were absolutely exceptional. I'm not even sure. There are real chances. First with the left foot, similar goal to the last goal he scored. And the second one is a super. Tottenham. Yeah, exactly. And the second goal is a super finish. He's in a good moment. Really cool.
There was a tremendous reception after the game from Roberto Firmino.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
Considering he wasn't playing, have you ever seen anything like that?
No.
He wasn't playing.
No.
I mean, what's his fitness like? Has he got a chance of playing on Saturday? Do we know?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So he will be. So we drive home. Tomorrow will be day off, not for him, but for the others. And then Wednesday with team training, he will be in. That's my information. So now we have to see, because the game, the Saturday game is a super difficult game for a variety, plenty of reasons. Probably farewell around the game for a few players, and then playing for absolutely everything against second or third best team in the Premier League in the second part of the season. So that's super challenging. So we have to see. In the middle of everything, we have to win the game. We have to go for it. But around that, we want to show really the respect and appreciation and everything in the love we feel for not only Bobby, but Bobby as well, for all the boys who will leave in the summer. So it will be a special day, and with a difficult game in between or around, whatever. We have to make sure that we can do both.
Rob? Qualify for Europe now,
yeah.
You might not be in the Champions League, but how much relief is it that you will be?
Massively. 6-7 weeks ago, I didn't believe it can happen. What we lacked that time was obviously consistency, and there was only one chance for us to get in a situation we are in, winning pretty much all the football games, and that's what we had to do. It's crazy, but that's the situation we were in. So, that's good. We knew that before the game, if we win, we are qualified for Europe, for European League, which is absolutely great from where we are coming from. All the rest is not in our own hands, but we know we have to win all the games until the end of the season to have a chance. So we said it now a couple of times. I think pretty sure. Yes, probably United and Newcastle are not watching us, are confident it's all fine. But we were in similar situations, and you wish anyway that the opponent just is losing, and you have that off your shoulder, that kind of pressure off the shoulder. And our job is to keep the pressure. But again, it's not likely. But if not, then this is already better than we could have expected 6-7 weeks ago.
James?
And it's never easy to adapt to the Premier League instance of what you made of Cody Gakpo tonight, and in recent matches he looked very comfortable.
Yeah. He's a super football smart person. So he was. I have not for 1 second I feel that he's 23. If he's still 23, or maybe he turned 25. He's really young. He was captain at a previous club, which is all special. And then you might meet the boy and you think, okay, now I understand it. That just helps. He eats football. So like each information we give him is for him natural to put it on the pitch. Yeah, and the position he'd never played before, I think, but he enjoys a lot there, and we need him there, and it's very cool. Can play obviously 3-4 positions in the system, which is super helpful. Yeah, but you're right. He adapted pretty quick.
Last one, James Mason.
In terms of the pressure that you spoke about there, in terms of putting it on the teams above you in the table, does it help if you're winning so convincingly and it's quite a stylish win, isn't it? It's not like you just scrape them over.
No, we are in a good moment. We had in all the games now. It's now 7th game. We were not always convincing, but we had always convincing moments in the games. And we increase now. What we have to do, especially when you think about next season, we have to be more and especially longer in charge of the game, and not each moment where we put the foot a little bit off the gas should lead to a 100 to a no-brainer for the opponent or whatever, that Ali has to make a save. So there's so much, not so much space to improve. But I have no clue what it means to us. I can only speak for myself. We had 4 or 5, I'm not sure, years ago, Chelsea in our neck. They were winning all the time, and I think it was the year when we became 4th and had to go in a qualification. But we had to win the last game, and until the last we had to win because behind they were all winning. We made it anyway, so that's what I expect them to do as well, if I'm honest. But it keeps you on the toes, and that's our job. We have to keep them on their toes, and then we will see what happens.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show. Did you know that if you become a Club Legend subscriber, that's a yearly Club Legend on redmenplus.com, we will send you 2 instant free merch codes to get yourself some decent clobber from Redmen merch. So it's a no-brainer. Go and do it.